beware of connections. An orientation like a map, but the direction and governance, in order to stay firm on the path, belong to the traveler. The path lies in the middle. This is also known. The unreal, in order to survive, will do everything to disorient the traveler who, once diverted, loses sight of the destination. By persisting, the being will have the eyes of the sky and the earth to guide them. The journey seems to belong to the rare and the mad, who already grasp the unreality of the universe. From the rare and the mad, who know that, paradoxically, the other side of this universe exists. To traverse this other side, incognito and invisible to the universe, respecting its survival instincts, and understanding the laws that sustain it, is a solitary and thus necessary journey. A solitary journey, in the paradox of never being truly alone. Hence, the verb conjugates only in the first person. Because the singular self is manifold. The eyes that saw are qualified. The ears that heard are qualified. The senses that felt are qualified. The closed empire has an open entrance. The king is real. The clues along the path are there to lead to the right place. It is essential to read the texts with the eyes of the author. There exist texts, many called sacred, in which the perpetuation of historical constructs and the very recounted history are fundamental components to uphold the texts themselves and what they represent. Misunderstanding history pushes away the seeker. To comprehend correctly is to have the author's vision. There are texts whose understanding of the author's intention, when well comprehended, leads to the discarding of those texts as explicit misdirections from an unwitting accomplice. Some texts rely on the originals, but they are intentionally distorted, even if involuntarily. Reading the text, with the author's intention in mind, demystifies it, and reveals the objective. The keys multiply in written texts to guide, but they are also hidden, in texts meant to disorient. Wisdom wears its masks. In the so-called New Testament, for example, despite the exaggerations, there is only one guidance that corroborates many other texts, showing this same so-called teaching. The character's mouth speaks, but the information conveyed comes from an author with great knowledge and good intentions. Regardless of the divinity and supernatural aspects attributed to it, the objective is explicit and originates from a generous author. This is how it should be seen, as a clue, as guidance. Viewing it through the lens of the author's intention clarifies matters. Translations, additions, interpolations, and interpretations support the constructs of societies, appropriating original knowledge to provide a foundation for behavioral and enslaving ideas for beings and those societies. Let wisdom guide your gaze and reading. Alchemical texts call for diverse readings. They become comprehensible through continuity and seem to protect themselves in metaphors and allegories.